Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lokesh. So today we'll be discussing about the limitations of using CTE. This is the ongoing series where we are discussing about the limitations of writing TSQL code when it comes to Azure SQL Data Warehouse or Azure SQL Synapse, the new name that Microsoft has given to this service. So CTE is the common table expression, and it's used widely by the developers when they try to code, when they code in the on-premise version of SQL Server. And it has various benefits in certain situations. For example, if you want to find out the duplicates, or when you try to calculate the hierarchy of a particular organization. And CTEs are basically useful for any scenario where you want to find the result set on a fly, that and the result is stored in RAM, and it's easily retrievable when it comes to select operation or update operation or delete operation. So it's quite handful when you talk about writing T-SQL code. But unfortunately, we have some limitations when it comes to writing the code in Azure Data Warehouse, and we'll be discussing more on that. So first of all, in order to get the practical started, we would need a table, which we are calling this table a CTE test, and we have inserted two values into it. And you can clearly tell that the practical that we're doing is to find out the duplicates in this table, and eventually when you find out the duplicates, the final aim would be to remove the duplicates. So let's try to first try to query this table whether the table is already empty or not, because this is the second time I am doing this practical. So let's see whether the table is empty or not. So you can see the table is not empty, and it has couple of rows, and all the rows are duplicate. So let's write a CTE, and you can look up the syntax of CTE in Microsoft documentation. So I'm not going to go through the syntax, it's quite easy if you are an experienced SQL developer. So we are writing the code for CTE. What we want to do is we want to fetch all the columns from the base table, as well as a very important window function called row number, which will help us in finding out the duplicates. So we'll say partition by, since we need to find out the duplicates uh, for the entire row, we'll use both the columns, which is ID and name in our case. And you would need a mandatory uh, order by statement, and we'll say order by ID, and we'll give the alias name as rn. And then you have to specify the base table. In our case it is CTE test, and in the end we'll try to find out the duplicate rows. We'll say select star, or we'll say select ID comma name from CTE test where rn is greater than 1. So let's run. This is your regular query to find out the duplicates using CTE. It is has given us an error, invalid column name rn. Sorry, this should have been CTE instead of CTE test. So we are querying the CTE, not the underlining table. So it will give you the duplicate values inside the table. Now once you have got the duplicate values, you want to delete it. So what we'll do is we'll simply say delete from CTE, and once you do that, under the hood what happens is the rows are deleted from the base table. But let's see what happens in this case. Let's try to run this query. So this query might take time. I've noticed it in the past as well. I am not sure the reason is, so we'll just have to wait for it, and please bear with me while the results are. Okay, so we have finally got the result, And the error message is a little misleading, which needs further investigation why it gives or generates that kind of error. But you can clearly see that the delete operation is not supported as far as CTE is concerned. So that is what I wanted to display here. So not only delete, even the update statements is not supported. So this is one of the restrictions when it comes to writing CTE. I think it's because of the mechanism that we have. So I need to do more research on top of it. And if you are aware of why this happens, why we get this error message, and why we can't use delete and update statement, please comment below or give suggestions. I will be posting an article or sharing a link from Microsoft documentation where they have gone into details about the limitations of using CTE. I'll be attaching that in the comments box or in the description box below. So this is it, guys. This video series will continue, and if you have learned something from it, well and good. And if you want to learn more, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned. So we'll meet in the next video, guys. Till then, take good care of yourself, and yes, stay safe. Bye, guys.